Hey, I just got back from watching the movie Smile. I actually went to church today, and I was like, I haven't been to church in a while. I felt pretty good to go back to church, so I hadn't went in a while because we've been working a lot at our shop. So 11-day work weeks, and then 8 on Saturday, and sometimes 9. I just don't feel like doing nothing on Sunday. But anyway, I went to church today, and it felt pretty good to be back in the house of the Lord. But anyway, I went and seen Smile, and I've been wanting to watch this movie, right? So me and my daughter, a few months back, I think it was July, we actually went and seen Nope together, and there was a preview, the previews was showing, the Smile came across. I remember looking at her and I said, yeah, me and you ought to go see that movie, but it's hard for me and her to go see that movie because our schedules are they conflict each other because of the fact that she works her job and then I work my job. And my job, I work a heck of a lot of overtime, and like I said, these last couple of weeks I've been slamming out a lot of overtime. Paychecks are good, but it's just Sundays I just don't feel like doing nothing. That's why I ain't went to church. But after I got out of church, I was feeling pretty good, so I decided to look at the box office thing because I got this box office on my phone, and I said, I wonder, how Smile's doing. I said to myself, and I see that it made $22 million. I said, all right. I said, number one at the box office. I said, that's pretty cool, because I think $22 million at the box office is not bad for a movie like that. And so I pulled up my driveway, and it was like, I don't know, like 10 minutes till 12. So I checked my Cinemark app, and I seen that it started at 12 o'clock. So I was like, man, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm going out there. And my daughter had visited me the night before, and she visited me last night, surprisingly, and she said, I ain't going to be able to stay long, Dad. So she came in, we started chit-chatting, and I was watching football and flipping back and forth, watching football and watching something else, and just seeing the scores and just chilling out. And she came in, she goes, man, Dad, you ain't going to believe what I wouldn't seen. I knew what she's going to say. She goes, I wouldn't seen Smile. She goes, remember when you was talking about that back when we seen Nope? I said, yeah. I said, I bet you it's good, eh? She goes, Dad, it's real good. So anyway, enough of that. I went and go see Smile today. And I have to tell you, man, I am really, I have no problems with this movie at all. It's just that, when I was watching this movie, there's only like 5 of us in that big theater because I went on a, Sunday matinee. And, man, this movie is so good, man. I was like, I wasn't surprised because I had this gut instinct that it would be good. But I'll read the plot synopsis and we'll go from there. It says, after witnessing a bizarre traumatic incident involving a patient, Dr. Rose Corder starts experiencing frightening occurrences that she can't explain. And an overwhelming terror begins taking over her life. Rose must confront her troubling past in order to survive and escape her horrifying new reality. And that's exactly what this movie is. I mean, it's just, she had a past, man, where her mom was mentally ill, and her mom ended up dying. But as the movie progressed, you find out that she could have saved her mom. And she was only 10 years old when her mom died. But, it has a good backstory, and it has a good setup. She has a sister, too, that wasn't there the night that her mom died. And her sister and her had a strained relationship due to the fact that, she's after she seen this woman kill herself right in front of her, she started getting, she started having these same, she started seeing things, man, and she started seeing these faces with this weird smiley face. And so everybody that was involved in her life was thinking that she was just going cuckoo. You know why? Because they thought that it was genetic because of what happened to her mom. That's the only thing I can come up with. But anyway, the movie was very compelling. It was very good. It was just, there was jump scares in there that was well done. There was well done jump scares in there. And they were jump scares. These jump scares was kind of different. It's not like they was just throwing it out there at you. And then the music that they used in the background, and it was creepy, a little scary, but more of an intriguing movie to me. That's what it was. It was just intriguing because I'm sitting there in the theater, man. It's like I said, in this big theater, there's only maybe 5, 6 people in that theater. I love it that way anyway. It didn't bother me at all. But it was dark, and he's getting in this movie, and it's just that, she the woman, the main woman that was in the movie that was actually the girl that, you know, was the main person. Her name was, well, I had it up here. Anyway, I ain't even gonna get in there, but it had the cast is I don't know. I can't think of the woman's name. They always have these names in here that you can't hardly pronounce, but it's Sosie Bacon, and then her sister was played by Kathleen. Now, I'm not going to name off all these people. Anyway, the main woman that was in there, because that's what I hate about this thing. You can't pronounce half these names. I don't know where these people was born with these type of names, unless I just can't read very well. But anyway, they had some good... Everybody in this movie did a good job. Everybody. I have never been good with names, so I just need to quit doing that on this YouTube channel. But anyway, everybody acted real good in this movie. I didn't see any weak moments in this movie. I didn't see no, you know, I just think that everybody did their role very well. But this ending was a trip, man, because this thing needed to pass. This evil spirit needed... She kept trying to tell... You know, because she had an ex-boyfriend that was a cop, and he still was in love with her. And then she had this guy that she moved in with that was her fiance. Or her fiance, you know, but then again, when I'm watching this movie, man, I don't know what I would be thinking if I was in that situation. I was like, you know, I think I'd be like, as much as I love you, I think I'm going to have to put you somewhere and commit you somewhere, because to me, that's where this movie was heading. Due to the fact that everybody knew how her mom was that died, because her mom had all these issues. So her fiance thought it was inherited. It was, you know, she got a gene from her mom that made her the same way. But then her sister, she had a younger sister that didn't want to be bothered with it because she wanted to leave the past in the past. But this girl was trying to tell people this thing is evil. It's following me, and it's you know, it's wanting to. You know, you know, when she had her ex-cop started, her ex-boyfriend was a cop. He said that this thing goes way back, and once he started digging, he called her up because, man, this thing. But what I didn't understand about him was after he went and got all these files, because at first he didn't believe her either until he started digging these files, and then after he found out all this stuff, they visited a guy that it didn't kill because this guy murdered somebody horrifically. And he murdered him to the point where they knew that he murdered him, and this thing couldn't pass through him, and he couldn't die by, you know, because this thing would make you lose your mind, and you know, you get in front of somebody and you kill yourself in a horrific way, and you have this smile on your face. But you guys, I'm not gonna get too much into this. I'm just saying I was very impressed with this movie. I really love this movie. My instincts was spot on with this movie, and I was just. The ending, man, there was so many, like, back and forth, because I wasn't expecting a lot of back and forth, because I was just thinking that what I was seeing was for real, and then it go back, and I was like, wow, man, she was dreaming this, and there was times where she was doing something, and then when she was doing something, it wasn't that she was doing something, then when she ran out somewhere else. This movie is shot, and it is done. It is well done to me. It is really well done, and I can't tell you how much I enjoyed this movie. And the other thing, I stayed away from all YouTubers. I didn't watch anything. I said I'm doing away with that, you know. Even though I'm trying to be a YouTuber, I am doing away with all that, getting on there and seeing what they got to say. I had the weirdest instinct that this would be a great movie, and my instincts were spot on. It was better than I least expected, and the ending was a trip. And there's some good visual effects. There's good visual effects. It's just good storytelling, good story writing. I didn't find anything wrong with it. But like I said, if you want to find somebody that can slice and dice a movie up, then yeah, you probably have to get on those bigger YouTuber channels, because that's what they do. That's their specialty, is to slice and dice and try to find something wrong with it. But you know, for me, I just love watching movies, and I ain't been able to do anything because I'm working so much overtime. And I had a good day. I went to church. It just felt pretty good. It's a beautiful day outside, and I got home. It was 10 minutes till 12, so I decided to go watch a matinee. And I have to say, I am pleasantly impressed with this movie, and it is a well-made movie. You guys should go and check it out. So catch you later. God bless and take care. We'll see you in the next video.